Donna, thank you, Semi. Dolan here, checking with Fiery Rage. We're going to be hopping right into Turkey versus Argentina, who I believe they agreed to delay the start of that for that tiebreaker between Uruguay and Belgium.
I think Leo's muted. Are we going to be coming through on the stream? Okay, yeah, we are coming through on the stream. I'm stupid. Never mind. I just interrupted you for literally zero reason. That is my fault.
I knew this was going to be a great cast, but I saw our names. This is going to be great.
And Dolan's going to robot mode as well. Everything is just wonderful currently. This is such a great start to the cast. Hello, everybody. I'm Fiery Rage. Dolan is here as well. Turkey versus Argentina. This actually is pretty interesting now, because with that Uruguay loss, if Argentina loses the last match in this group, Argentina versus Uruguay, gets pretty interesting, as both of those teams could potentially be 1-2 in the group, and they will have to worry about point differential at that point to see who progresses into round of 16. Turkey looking to close themselves out of this group and just get immediately on with it. If Turkey wins this, they will progress to round of 16. Absolutely no issues there. They'll be 3-0 in their group. If Argentina wins this, then things get even more spicy, as I believe Argentina would probably be guaranteed, as well as maybe Turkey, but they would have to win against Uruguay later today, I believe. Nonetheless, very interesting group stage matchup. Lots on the line. We're already getting into the pick and ban phase, since this was kind of delayed a bit with the tiebreaker, but nonetheless.
Yeah. Getting spicy here on the last day of group stage. So, alright, it looks like it is going to be Argentina up to ban first. And they will choose to ban second, actually, my bad. So it's going to be a No Mod 5 ban from Turkey.
I think that makes sense. I think Turkey has been pretty consistently banning that. They've not really wanted to deal with the precision all that much. Even though they aren't necessarily bad at the precision, they have banned it, I believe, against Uruguay, so it's very much in line with what they've been banning previously. No Mod 3 is going to be the ban for Argentina, not wanting to deal with the reading-oriented No Mod map.
Alright, and you gotta imagine these teams, they've been waiting for 5 minutes. They've known what they've wanted to do here. So we'll see how Turkey wants to open this matchup.
They got a wide variety of picks at their disposal. They've been really good on a lot of maps. Raikoho, in his previous match, FC'd 6 out of 6 maps that he was in for, which is absolutely ridiculous. Also holding an SS, I believe the only SS currently, unless I am completely wrong on that, on No Mod 2. So, obviously the standout performer on Turkey, but there's been a lot of other good team performances from them as a whole. I think likely we're going to be seeing No Mod 2 picked here at some point. Turkey has a very, very good team score on that. They have triple FC against Uruguay. So that is definitely a potential possibility for them to opt into. And it's going to be hidden
Whoa.
too.
Not what we thought.
Have they played this in their group? Let me see.
I'm checking the MP right now. Coconut Love, they actually... Argentina has. They played it against Belgium, where Argentina would put up a 1.948 million team score.
And Turkey hasn't. So this is brand new territory for them, and they're picking into it.
Yeah, so that means they're looking at that 1.9 million score, and they like their chances.
I mean, after Argentina banned the other reading map, I'm not horribly surprised by this pick. I will say, though, No Mod 3 reading and this reading is pretty different. Hidden 2 relies a lot more on overall just hidden expertise. If you can read low approach rate hidden, Nomad 3 is much more of an overlap-intensive map, if you can read overlaps frequently, or if you can just memorize the map. So this is a pretty different reading map, even though it is all kind of classified under the reading skill set.
Definitely an unorthodox pick here to start the match, but it has to be as you said. They saw their opponent banned reading, so they're going to pick the reading map.
It's also worth noting, Argentina actually won the Hidden 2 in terms of head-to-head matchup in qualifiers by about 300k against Turkey. So, again, kind of interesting. Nonetheless, we're getting the rosters in here. LaiRR, Spray, Orke, Shinkiro, Raikaho nowhere to be seen, which is kind of expected for this kind of skill set, unfortunately. God, I hate how he name changed back to this. Pee Poo Poo, Smash K, Bow Milk, and Penguo on the side of Argentina.
What a name change.
He name changed, like, prior to the tournament, he name changed away from that, and then he just name changed back. I don't know why. I was so hyped to not have to say that.
Yeah, just to get our hopes up.
I was so excited to not have to maybe say that, ever.
Joke's on you, I'm just gonna call him 997. Ha! It looks like this is gonna be the roster for Hidden 2.
Yeah, seems to be no changes here, so just waiting on the MP to start, and we'll get into the first map. Spray seems to be having potentially some PC issues. Wouldn't be
a World Cup without the tech issue.
it wouldn't be. We were both thinking it.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. Can you tell how long we've been here?
Worst case scenario, they might have to field a different player for Spray, but internet issues happen all the time, so it shouldn't hopefully necessarily come down to that.
Yeah, and we'll have to see. Who knows, maybe Turkey will end up using their timeout. We'll have to wait and see. You hope not right at the start. That would be a shame to have to burn it like that, but
I think it's just a Bancho issue, so they're probably gonna, yeah, they're gonna kick him and probably rejoin, I would assume, and that would most likely fix it. Unless something horrible happens.
You know, we're just trying to start this match, but tiebreaker, tech issues.
You got the whole 5 yards.
I'm saying. Oh, actually got booted from the tournament server, so
probably just refreshed his game, I think. So, it wouldn't horribly surprise me. Yep, there he is, back on the tournament server now.
Okay. So it looks
Should
like
be set to go.
The animation will be suspended no more. Or at least until the next map. Who knows? We shouldn't assume anything fired.
He's saying, okay, yeah, they're going to have to probably field a different player. They're having Bancho issues with one of the players that they're supposed to have in here.
And that's unfortunate for Türkiye because, I mean, this is their opening pick. They kind of went out on a limb with this reading pick. And they are either going to have to get another player in or call their timeout and see if 2 minutes can get him back in, but no way.
The fabled Raikaho server. The fabled Raikaho.
You can't run from this Hidden 2, Raikaho. You are the ace. Get back in this lobby. Now, where are you going?
Okay, they might have solved it. From the looks of it, maybe.
Lucky.
He says he's... Okay, it says he's in? He says he might have not been... Okay, he's in. Okay, thank God. We don't have to... Raikaho, you've been saved. Congratulations.
You lucky, lucky dog. You have been saved. Right. Finally. Kay and
Dolan
Shihiro.
just died. Your mic quality just died there for a solid, like, 2 seconds. We did not hear a single word that you just said. Anyway, getting into this map here. Hidden 2. As we said, Argentina on paper has the better team score on this, but Penguin with an early miss won't matter too much. Just about 50 combo difference. Not going to really make a huge difference by the end of the map. That will make a huge difference, though. Penguo, Bowmilk, and Orke all dropping. 3 FCs to 2 early on here. As Turkey gets to build up a slight score. Never mind. Slight score lead as LIRR drops the other FC, so 2 FCs now only to 2. 50k score lead in favor of Turkey. Not going to be changing thanks to the Bowmilk trade on the miss from LIRR. And Spray dropping another FC. That is going to shift that score lead pretty much immediately over to Argentina. Shinkiro, the only FC remaining, up against 997 and Smash K. 2/3 of the map remaining. Smash K does drop one of the FCs. Which does give, I think, a very, very... no, not quite slight edge to Turkey. Bowmilk and Penguo with... oh my god, what did he miss on?
Oh my lord.
Okay, that's a problem.
Yeah, that was on air.
He overstreamed, I think, the 1/3 there. And then just over-tapped it or something? I'm not too sure what happened there, but nonetheless, that just immediately skyrockets the lead over to Turkey. Shinkiro holding on to the FC in the ending section of this map. Orke with a very good supporting combo to boot. And that's just going to be it.
Yeah, as well as Liar, and there's absolutely nothing that Argentina can do from this point on. And this is actually an improvement for Argentina in terms of team score. But alas to no avail, despite it being a 350,000 point improvement roughly for Argentina, Turkey coming away with that 2.5 mil. Very impressive.
Yeah, it was just that unfortunate miss from PP, really. Just missing on the end of that 1/3 stream. If that didn't happen, Argentina would have had that map. Very solid team scores from both of these teams, though, on that. Turkey, early on, going to be winning their pick, though. The Gambit pays off for now. As Argentina goes immediately into speed, DT2. This is something that Turkey has also been pretty good at, but Argentina has a very solid speed roster to boot. Last time that Turkey played this, Raikaho FC'd with 99.24%, featuring supporting scores from Clutch and Lyra at 700k.
We'll see, this should bring Raikaho back in. But we'll see, maybe not. I'm going to have to eat my words. Never mind, look at this roster.
He's going to come back in. There's no way he doesn't play this.
Seong is... okay. I got baited.
Like, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that Raikaho plays this. I think they're most likely going to be sticking with the same roster that they had in the Uruguay match that worked out mostly for them. Orke might be swapping in, though, from the looks of it, but I imagine we'll be seeing Raikaho and Clutch and Lyra at the very least coming in at some point here. It's just whether or not Geinfoil will play as the fourth. There's Lyra. There's Raikaho. imagine we'll be seeing Clutch join that 4th slot shortly. Argentina already having their roster: Pupu, Sejong, Tofi, and Bomilk. The designated speed roster for Argentina.
Interesting pick here going into speed. Definitely something that Turkey is familiar with, comfortable with. And once again, Bancho is back at it.
As very unfortunate. I guess he just didn't get swapped with everyone else, but it's a very easy issue to fix. Clutch joins the lobby. 4th player in Turkey, as we said, had a pretty decent team score on this. Last time they played this against Uruguay. They did lose this map, though. 3.1 million versus 3.6 million that Uruguay put up. This was the only map they lost in that match. So Argentina probably banking on that. Trying to see if they can do something similar to what Uruguay was doing.
Yeah, Owen. Do we have something wrong with Liar here at the start?
Yeah, we do.
Major issues here for Liar. I don't know what's going on here. This may be an abort, and indeed it is.
His keyboard disconnected. How do you even manage that?
Yeah, that is... Anything that can go wrong has gone wrong this match.
That is nuts.
It's crazy.
Well, luckily he figured it out before the map started, so aborts are allowed within the first 30 seconds. And it was very obvious that something was wrong pretty much immediately, so gotta be thankful for that, at the very least. Hopefully he can manage now.
Yeah, hopefully that's been resolved, because each team only gets to do that once.
Oh, he's tapping, so I'm assuming it's resolved.
Yeah, this time we have accuracy above 25%, so I think he's in there.
His keyboard does in fact work. Fairly lengthy double time map, this one. This is a pure speed pick, stamina intensive, lots of bursts, is kind of what you expect from a Lasse. Mapped a lot of these DT2s for OWC and Corsace in the past. Foil with the first miss, but 100 combo in. Won't be the horrible end of the world or anything. It might be, though, with Clutch also slider breaking immediately after. Traded by Vishio.
Yeah, thankfully that trade did come out, but now still in favor of Argentina. 3 FCs to 2. Of course, that is a near full combo on the side of Ian Foil. Very early break, about 100 combo in.
Yeah,
but
so it's mostly... it's mostly the accuracy difference. I mean, Raikaho's doing Raikaho things, but everyone else on Turkey is kind of struggling in the accuracy department, besides Gamefoil, who already broke. Liar breaking is also not going to be helping things at all. 3 FCs to just down to 1.5, basically.
Yeah, now Turkey essentially needing to see a double miss from Argentina here in this midsection from 2 to 3 full combos, but they all look so comfortable. Aside from Pippi, the 98.4, managing to hold up the combo, though. It's becoming insurmountable here, Fiery.
Yep, they're almost 300k, and it's just going to keep on growing as nothing really changes here. No misses coming from either side, so supporting combo has been built up for Clutch and Lyra. It's just, unfortunately, no one is missing, so it's not going to matter. A very good team score from Argentina.
Yeah, you start to see why they looked at a 3.1 million team score from Turkey on a previous run and said, not a problem, as they now balloon over 3 million themselves. The last section is approaching.
Vishio drops again, but Clutch to trade it, and Vishio already dropped one of the FCs, so it's just the supporting combo gone, and at that point, it doesn't even matter. 500k, it's just going to grow to almost 600k at this point.
Oh my goodness, is this going to be 4 mil? It is going to be 4 million points for Argentina on a 3-way full combo. 4.1075.
Yeah, I mean, not much you can do about that. 4-way S rank, so it's only slider breaks for Vishio as well. They could have easily 4-wayed that. But nonetheless, 4 million team score on that. Kind of disgusting. But it was their pick.
A little bit.
It was their pick, not really anything super unexpected, I'd say, if you go into that pick with how decently Turkey does on it. I mean, I think they got around what their previous score was. So, team score-wise, Turkey was still very consistent. Reikaho with an FC again, but Argentina very well-rounded on that, having absolutely no issues, and I imagine that will probably set the stage for what they want to pick in the future here. Probably going to be seeing them go into DT1 at some point.
Yeah, that's also quite an important tone setter for a team like Argentina against a team like Turkey, who is comfortable when it comes to double time, you know? To put up a 4 million team score on a double time map, that's definitely going to keep Turkey wary of just diving straight into double time 1 or 3, and Turkey are actually going to elect to go for Heliosphere here, no mod 4.
I think kind of in line with what they were picking with Hidden 2 earlier. They want to go for more of the gimmick, unorthodox types of maps. Flex their roster on that, so I don't think horribly surprising. Lowest SR map in the pool. It is not the lowest SR map in the pool. I just want to say that right now. Oscatch World Cup 2025 original map by Wispy should be going for rank at some point. We always love having OS originals mapped and made for any tournament, really. Once again, though, this is a map that neither, or well, at the very least, Turkey hasn't played in either of their matches. So have absolutely no idea on how they might perform on this outside of how they did on No Mod 4 in the qualifiers.
That's also a very interesting first couple of picks out of Turkey here. I mean, when you think about it. I mean, it has to be because, you know, they're kind of in a situation, right, where they've won their first 2 matches. You know, they're not going to get eliminated here or be bumped out of the top 2 of their group. So I guess it kind of allows them to be more flexible with their picks and go for more unconventional things, which, you know, is a joy for us casters.
Yeah, I mean, really just depends how they're feeling on the day, I suppose. They just want to go for tech today, so hey, why not? In terms of qualifier results on the No Mod 4 prior, these teams are fairly evenly matched up, so this could go either way, honestly.
Early miss here for Amaro, but that should not be a difference maker.
Well, it might be. Penguo also missing, so potentially showing signs of uncomfort early on here, and that does seem to be the case. Amaro still struggling on early on this map, trying to get into the groove of it.
I mean, still 4 FCs for Turkey. Lower AC on Shinkiro, but aside from Shinkiro, everybody else seemingly pretty comfortable. Especially Spray.
Still plenty of map to go, though, as Orke does drop one of the FCs. Supporting combo is now there for Argentina. Penguo early drop, going to not matter as much anymore. It's just that Amaro drop, which has essentially been traded by Orke. Not anymore, though. Bowmilk drops. Granted, the lowest AC FC currently remaining on Argentina, so not horrible, but not ideal either.
Yeah, I mean, well, the gap just over 100k, and combo advantage heavily on the side of Turkey here. Midsection, Turkey see it, they know it. At the mercy of Turkey, Argentina are. But a couple misses come out here from Turkey in this midsection. They get score capped. There is still a chance, but it's going to have to happen sooner rather than later. And this Turkish roster looks really comfortable and locked in as Orke finds another miss. That is not the one that Argentina needs.
Yeah, especially with Smash K missing as well. It's only the remaining, basically, FC on Penguo. Amaro with a decent supporting combo, but There's no other combo to speak of, and you just can't really do anything against a double FC now as Spray misses. There goes Penguo, and that's just going to immediately skyrocket the lead over to Turkey. And there goes Argentina's chances of winning this.
Yeah, despite that miss there from Spray, less than a quarter of the map left. Shinkiro and Raikoho doing the Lord's work. Both over 600,000. Nobody else is even close yet. Some pretty dominant picks here from these teams to open this match up. But the ball will now be back in Argentina's court as Turkey goes on top 2-1.
Raikoho continuing the trend from yesterday. 2 out of 2 FCs currently. Shinkiro as well with a very solid backing FC. Not as high accuracy, but very good nonetheless. Lots of S ranks as kind of expected from a slider tech oriented map. He says he misread like 50 times. Well, that definitely did not matter, so...
I wish I could misread 50 times and still, have my team get the point.
Or FC the map in general.
Or yeah, and FC the map in general somehow.
Argentina probably looking to stick with speed. Yep, no mod 2. Even with Turkey's pretty scary team score on this, I don't think this is a horrible pick for Argentina, especially after what they showed on DT2. I think overall team consistency favors Argentina a lot more on this. Probably going to be seeing the same DT2 roster that we saw earlier. I imagine just going to be as comfortable on this as they were with the double time 2. This is more stamina oriented than burst speed oriented, but still fits the bill, 230 BPM.
We'll see if the risk pays off here. It would be a massive point for Argentina if they could take this. And currently on the other stream, we have France against Spain. France leading 4-0 over Spain on match point. And that is actually massive because, oh wow. So if France are able to pull off the 5-0, they will go through and knock Spain to number 3 in that group. Though it is not an elimination group. That would be a difference between a winner's bracket starting spot in round of 16 and a lower bracket spot. You gotta love the group stage fire here where every point matters.
Yeah, there's a lot of these groups being decided by point differential. Every single win, and if not that point that you get in a loss, matters at the end of the day. And it gets very spicy very quickly. Getting into the fourth map here. More or less expecting to see what we saw from Argentina in DT2, but very early on, a lot of misses from pretty much everyone here. Clutch, Seong, Tofi, and Vicio, all missing early on.
Yep, still very early days here. There's going to be a slight advantage for Turkey. And no shock that a couple of these players are absolutely locked in with high accuracies above 99%. But it's that combo advantage that is starting to balloon on the scoreboard as Pippi does find a drop, and that is going to further expedite things as well as Coffee, and now things are pretty dire for Argentina. This could turn into our opening break point.
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the speed gambit is working out. Turkey, we said, we're very confident on this pick. They got a very solid team score, triple FC the last time that they got this pick. Not going to be a triple FC with YIR breaking, but Clutch is essentially an FC, so not that far behind, honestly. And this is kind of just disgusting accuracy from the entire Turkish roster, really.
Yeah, as we approach the break with that score gap sitting right at 400,000, everyone will have a chance to take a look at it.
I wanted to refrain from mentioning it, but Raikoho is also SSing this again, and if he gets a second SS on this, that would just be kind of ridiculous. Okay, thank you. You know, I was really scared, so I just had to say something. That's my bad.
Please, that can't be the only 100. Please, Michael, you have to find another 100 now.
Clean foil with the miss won't be making any difference, really. Tofi trades it, and Clutch is still holding on to the... Okay, well, not anymore, but it's 500k lead.
Alright.
500k lead, it's not going to matter, even with me trying to curse the hell out of Turkey. It will not matter. Raikoho is going to close out the FC with a 100.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nah, no worries, Raikoho. I'm glad I could, you know, sometimes things happen. Just unlucky.
Man, that's tough, buddy.
Continuing his FC streak, though, 12 out of 13 maps in this group stage so far. He's played almost every single map. I think only sat out for 2 of them, the Hidden 2, and 1 map earlier in, I believe, the first match they played versus Belgium. But outside of that, he has literally just been FCing everything and is basically a machine at this point.
Yeah, I mean, has really just been the pillar of consistency for this entire Turkish kind of national standard program here for OWC. And they've really kind of gelled around the nucleus that is Raikoho, and now have really turned into quite an exciting team to watch, especially over the past few years. And it looks like Spain have averted the sweep and gotten a point on the board. France leads 4-1.
So that does mean, I believe, that France is eliminated, correct? And Spain progresses to second seed no matter what happens with the remainder of the match.
I do believe so. Just want to check to make sure, but yeah. It's either they got eliminated or they concede one more than they are eliminated.
Well, Argentina sticking with what worked for them. DT2 was by far their best map. Go into DT3. Not necessarily the same skill set. It's a lot more alt-oriented and somewhat gimmicky, which hasn't really worked out for Argentina as of... Oh wait, this isn't Argentina's pick. I just thought Turkey picked Nomad too. That is my bad. Argentina losing their own pick, so Turkey opting to go for DT3. Which I actually do think this is kind of interesting to go for.
They have gone for it in their match against... not Belgium. Yeah, Belgium. In their match against Belgium, they went for it, and I believe against Uruguay, they also went for it.
Yeah, and they're not terrible at this map. I mean, Raikoho obviously had an FC on this. 1x100 FC against Belgium, actually. Shinkiro has a very solid supporting score, but with Argentina's DT roster, I think this is kind of spicy to pick into. But I guess when you have a breakpoint, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, it's definitely contested and up in the air for sure, but I mean, they've got a 3.5 million score on it against Uruguay, and then against Belgium. What did they put up here? Hold on.
Essentially 3.5 million as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much they're averaging 3.5 million, which, I mean, with an average like that, you can't really say it's a bad pick, but we just saw what Argentina are capable of on a group stage double time pick, potentially, so we'll see.
It's a very different type of map in comparison to the DT2, so... See if Turkey can keep the team consistency up, keep that 3.5 million team score average on this map across the 3 times that they have picked it. Or whether or not Argentina can pop off like they did on DT2 and steal another breakpoint here. Pretty calm beginning here, so not too much to miss on. Just a lot of accuracy drops for everyone except Raiko, of course. So why would it be any different? Fishio actually going to be dropping on a stack. Seems to be over-tapped that, but at the very beginning of the map, shouldn't make too much of a difference.
No, should definitely not be the deciding factor here. And, ooh, Clutch and Seong gonna find offsetting misses here. Honestly, I think it's the accuracy doing more damage on the scoreline than the combo advantage, really. Ooh, that miss from Clutch, though, is going to throw everything out of order and give Argentina a shot here.
The Yak lead is holding Turkey firmly in place for right now. 99's on both Ork and Raiko. Shinkiro not too far behind, but Penguo and Clutch trade, but that Penguo miss is going to matter a lot more. FC down for Argentina, and Clutch already missed, so it's not going to be the end of the world for them. And there goes Seong as well.
Yeah, there goes serious supporting combo, and now there goes all the supporting combo for Argentina.
It's just PP up against the world right now. 3 FCs still remaining on the board for Turkey. Clutch with a solid supporting combo higher than any of the other combos on Argentina currently. Okay, does drop the FC near the very end, but it's traded out by Penguo. I don't think there's any chance Argentina can come back into this.
No, yeah, they would have needed Raiko and Shinkiro to fall apart there with Ork to even have a tiny chance. The damage was already done, and it's once again looking like another solid team score for Turkey, right around 3.5 million. It's actually going to be their PR here, ballooning up to 3.7 and well beyond. It'll be 3.83. Job well done, and a 4-1 scoreline now. Argentina staring down the barrel of a 5-1 scoreline. They need to convert some picks quickly, and they will instantly go into Hidden 1. It's going to be Overdose. Overjoy, Overdose. 2.5 minutes. The mirror map.
I think this could potentially work. The Hidden 2 was fairly close up until the end, where PP kind of just missed on air, unfortunately. So, I do think the hidden capabilities of Argentina are there, and Turkey wasn't as confident on this map, if I remember correctly. It was played...
Now, this is something we got to talk about here, Fiery, because now that Turkey's at match point, if they go up to 3-0 in this group, that is going to turn the rest of this group into a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 situation, potentially. So we got to start looking at the point differentials quite seriously in this group. So for Argentina, even if you're not going to win this match, every point you can take matters.
It's going to become basically a head-to-head at that point. Honestly, I think I know why Argentina picked this, actually. This was the map that I believe Turkey lost against Belgium, and do you want to know why that is? Because Raiko was not playing it.
Well, that'll do it.
This was Ork, Gainfoil, Spray, and Levi on this map. And while they did put up a solid team score, 2.2 million, they didn't have any FC. And if Argentina can muster an FC and some solid scores, then this is a pretty easy point for them, I'd say. So I'm not actually horribly surprised to see this come out from Argentina. Just wanting to get rid of the guy that's FC'd 13 out of the 14 maps. Pretty solid strategy. Not wanting to deal with it.
Spain taking another point off France here to cut that lead in half from 4-0 to 4-2. As we get set for round number 6.
Argentina just looking, if not to get tiebreakered, to at least get a couple more points on the board to help their chances out in the rest of the groups. Currently misses here for Ian Foil, dropping down to sub 90% accuracy with, I believe, a chain miss. Vishio as well, dropping within the first 10 combo, but in comparison, not going to really matter. That will matter, though, as he misses shortly after that. So Turkey having combo advantage in the early stages of this map.
And it is a fairly short map, 2.5 minutes in length here. Another miss from Vishio. It is not traded. And now Turkey have about 20,000 points. We'll make that 30. It's going to be growing very quickly with this combo advantage as we approach the midsection of the map.
Well, not anymore.
Traded by Bowmilk.
That Bowmilk trade matters a lot more. Vishio doesn't have any supporting combo in comparison. Smash K drops an FC as well. Spray trades it. So, trades coming in for the FCs. There goes Geenfoil as well, so slight combo advantage now in favor of Argentina. So we approach the halfway point in the map. Vishio, that supporting combo now mattering a whole lot more. So it's just Shinkiro on the FC to remain against PB Poopoo.
Yeah, the supporting combo here for Vishio and Bowmilk is paying dividends. Even Smash K with a nice little sneaky 200, but Vishio's miss is going to change things a bit here, and it's pretty much even on the combo.
I think it slightly favors Turkey, especially after that Geenfoil miss, so... You're not Turkey. Argentina. Smash K does trade it, though. This is on a razor's edge right now. It is very much... Wait, Poopoo just missed it! Shinkiro misses
Oh my goodness! They're trading! They can't get the card shop.
Spray has the highest combo, and that's making the sole difference right now. If he misses at any point here, Turkey lead is just evaporated within a second, but he is clutching right now. He is not wanting to miss at all in this ending section.
I think that's done it. I think Spray has clutched up enough here to seal the point for Turkey with 50,000 points. As long as there's no chain miss here. Oh, but there is a miss. Is there enough time? I'm not sure.
No, there isn't.
No, there's not. Wow.
That would have been
2.25 to 2.20. And that's GG's in the chat for Turkey 5-1.
That would have been a lot more spicy if there was about 20 seconds or 10 seconds of map remaining. Because that score lead was shifting over pretty quickly. That was a 10k score lead gone in like about 2-3 seconds. That would have shifted over immediately.
50 to 100 more notes. That was gone the other way, absolutely. But alas, to no avail. Turkey, they seal the deal, undefeated in group stage. They secure advancement into the bracket stage, and now that group potentially just got a lot more interesting as Argentina has one final match against Uruguay, and if Uruguay wins, then we have a 3-0, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 group in which point differential will determine second place and the last advancement out of that group. And as you can see, that match is going to start in about 11 minutes from now, Fiery. So if you want to see how that concludes, stick around, chat.
That's going to be the next match on this stream, as a matter of fact. So things getting a lot more spicy with that match. If Argentina wins it, they just progress straight up to the next stage, but Uruguay winning that will definitely throw a wrench in a lot of plans, and I'm very excited to see if they can manage that.
Until then, you can catch the ending of the France-Spain match, currently still ongoing over on the A stream, 4-2, as you can see up there on your screen. There's plenty of action here on the last day of the group stage in the 2025 Ost World Cup, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you next time.
See you guys then.
Bye.